Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Lainey. I'm a lover of beauty and makeup, and we are doing our No Pan Left Behind update today. And make sure to leave me a comment down below for next update if you want to see the rollouts to be in a randomized wheel, or if you want them handpicked, let me know. And make sure to like and subscribe for more future content. So I'm gonna start with the unused palettes. I had 7 that I didn't use between last update and this update, and I kind of have reasons why I didn't use them, or if I didn't do my makeup, then they just kind of got put on the back burner. So I'm gonna start with those. First up, we have the Nomad Orient Express palette. I did not use this since the last update. For me, I think the reason I didn't reach for this is because it kind of feels underwhelming to me. Nomad does a lot of the neutral colors in their palettes, and these just aren't as good as some of the other ones. I feel like the quality of this palette is subpar to the other ones that I have of theirs, so it really just makes me not want to reach for it. But that is the first one. Then I have the Cosmic Beauty Serenity palette. Oh, I have 8 shades. I have 8 shades left to use in this palette. But the Cosmic Beauty Serenity palette, I have 11 shades left. And the reason that I'm kind of not going towards this one is because the color story feels a little bit jumbled up to me. Like, I see the greens, I see the blues and the purples, but there's some shades that kind of feel like they don't really go with anything unless you do a contrasting color story, and those are the ones that I kind of have left in the palette, so it just kind of steers me away from using it. Cosmic Beauty does have really good quality, so it's not a quality issue. It really just is how it's organized in this palette. Another Cosmic Beauty one that I didn't reach for is the Death palette. And this one is just because the color story wasn't anything I was looking for during this time frame. I have 11 shades left, and I usually do it in rows, so reds are kind of intimidating. I did a couple of purpley pink looks this update. I've already used this row and this row, so that's kind of where I'm at. It's just trying to figure out when to wear the colors that I have left. I am opening up more to the purples, so I definitely expect to see progress on this one next update if it's not rolled out. Then I have the Sinister palette, and this one is, they were supposed to go like hand in hand, or if you didn't have one, the other one would kind of be like a substitute. I feel like they're more of companion palettes than something to replace the other one with. Again, this one was just the color story. Again, we have the purples. I have 8 left in this palette. But we have the reds and the purples. You know, these muted gray silver tones are really easy to use. It was really the reds and the purples. Reds I feel like are a little bit more intimidating. But I do have 8 shades left in the Sinister palette. Next, again, this one is from Odin's Eye. It is the Spring Dragon. And this one is just really underwhelming. It's a bunch of pastels, which I do love pastels, but they just don't really have corresponding, you know, deepening shades. Some of them don't even have like matching shimmers. They only have this as a deepening shade. You could use this one, but this one wouldn't work for all of them like the brown does. I have 4 shades left in this palette. So the ones that have very few left, I do expect to see done by the next update. it's going to be a goal of mine. So I'm looking at not having very many left, if any. So for the next palette, it was the Mighty Monsters, and it's from Odin's Eye again. I have 3 shades left on this, and honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. I wish there would have been a blue shimmer to go with this. You know, they have the neutrals up here. I'm not a big fan of this formula right here. Again, I'm just not feeling this color story, so it just didn't call to me during this update. And the last one is another Odin's Eye, but this palette I actually love. The more I've used this palette, the more I have absolutely loved it. I just didn't make it around to using it. You know, it's got neutrals, it's got yellows, it's got pink. It's very good formula, very nice color story. Every time I use it, I love it. I just didn't get to it, and I have 6 shades left in this palette. Now to go on to the palettes that I did use, along with thoughts, and I will pop up pictures so you can see the looks that I created, and I'll update on how many shades I have left. So for the first one, I have the Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I only have 3 shades left to use in this. However, I'm going to roll this out. I made a pink look with it. I am so underwhelmed by this palette. I think it's the worst palette in my entire collection, and I know I'm going to end up getting rid of it. This doesn't interest me. It has 2 mattes. It's got satins, and the shimmers are just lackluster. This has no room in my collection, and I really don't want to spend any more time on something I know I really just don't want to keep. So I'm going to be rolling this out. The next palette is the Witch City Salem palette. I created a green look with this using the green quad. So these colors right here. I absolutely loved the look I made. I love this palette. The formula is amazing. The color story is great. I am really having fun with this. I have 9 shades left, but I don't see that being a problem. Next, I have the Shrek palette. I created a neutral look with this, and I currently only have 2 shades left. I'm not being hard on myself about having to reuse shades I've already used, because the whole point of this is to make sure that I try every single shade to have a really good understanding of the palette. I absolutely love this palette. It's not going anywhere. I got 2 shades left, and I am very excited to roll this one out for the next update, because that is definitely one I plan on doing. Next, I have the Ghost Town USA from Nomad. Again, I created a neutral look using these 6 shades right here. I quite liked it. I haven't really had any issues with this palette. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, especially from Nomad, but it is good quality, and I did like the look I made. Next, I have the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge, and I created a green look using this row right here. This one was okay. You know, I really do like greens. I love the blue look I made with this palette. It's a little intimidating when it comes to the reds and the black, but the color story makes sense. It's good quality. I do like the look I made. They are very infamous for their greens and their blues that they like to put in palettes, but I enjoyed it, and we have 5 shades left on this one. Next is the Muse palette from Cosmic Beauty, and with this one I created a pinky look. I think I only ended up using 4 shades to make the look, and we currently have 7 left. With this palette, the more I use it, the more I like it, just like the Odin's Eye Rosy Jingle palette. The more I use it, the more I love it. It's great quality, and I'm starting to understand the color story more, what's, what you can mix and match. So, again, this has 7 left. Then I have the Nomad Chicago Speakeasy. This was a purple look that I created. Again, there's the greens that they like to throw in there. This palette feels a little lackluster to me. They have their neutrals they normally have, their greens. I don't want to say the quality is off, but it is a little bit different. I do love Nomad shimmers. I like it when their palettes have a little bit more shimmer heavy. Overall, it's decent quality. I like it. I have 4 shades left. Yeah, I have 4 shades left to use in this palette. This one is really on the fence for me. And then we have the Silvery Bliss palette from Odin's Eye. And I created a red and gold look out of this, and I absolutely loved it. This is so pretty, and I did not realize that red and gold went together so well, and it is absolutely stunning. I don't see this going anywhere in my collection, and I have 6 shades left on this. Then we have the Sorcerer palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, and I created a pink look with this, a very bright pink, and I loved it. I was really on the fence with this palette when I rolled it into this project, and the more I use it, the simpler the color story that I try to follow, the more I love the look. I think these greens are still a little out of place, but the blue goes really good with the purple. It's got some really beautiful shimmers in it, and I only have 1 shade left to use in this palette, and it's actually a shimmer. It is Chaos. It's like a purple green shift. So this one should definitely be rolling out next update. No reason that this will not get done. The next palette I actually have 2 different looks with, because it's 2 sides, so I do one look with the dark side, one with the light side. And if you've seen my other updates, you know I really enjoy the dark side of the palette, and the light side is a little lackluster for me, and that's really got me torn on whether I want to keep this or not. But so for the dark side, I did a purple gray look, and it was absolutely stunning. The shimmers on this side are so gorgeous. Absolutely loved it. I have 2 shades left on this side before I roll it out. And then on the light side, I did a neutral look. You know, the neutrals are fine. They're not bad. I do feel like the shimmers are a little lackluster on this side. Not my favorite formula from them. And then I'm a really big fan of orange eyeshadow, so I have other palettes that have better quality than this side. And I have 3 left on the light side to complete. Again, this should be another palette that rolls out very, very easily. Let me know what you would do if you were torn because of 2 different sides. I would love to hear your feedback, so let me know down below. And then we have the Cosmic Beauty Starlight Society, and I absolutely love this palette. I do not plan on doing anything with this as far as getting rid of it. I used this row right here, which made this kind of purpley neutral look, and I actually wore that for Easter. Again, love this palette. They have phenomenal formula. This color story is gorgeous. I have 5 shades left to use, and it's actually this purple row. Again, if you notice a pattern, it's a lot of purples that I'm lacking in my palettes. So I do see myself creating quite a few this next update to roll a bunch of palettes out. And then the last palette is the Shadow of Secrets from ColourPop. This is actually a rollout. I have completed this. I did reuse a couple of shades, but again, I was happy. I think I had 2 left from the last update to complete. I even used the pressed shimmer, so this is a dark neutral kind of purpley look that I'm wearing today. But this is the color story. I have used every single one of these, and I do plan on keeping this. I like the quality. I feel like it's very easy to work with. I wish there might have been one more lighter shade, but other than that, I'm really happy with this. I like the Shrek one better just because of the color story. I'm not big into purples, but this is a good neutral purple color story if you do like purples. But this is a rollout. This is completed. So I would love to hear your feedback. If you are someone that likes to watch these videos, let me know about the roll-ins for the next update, because I will have to create the wheel and everything if that is something you're interested in. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again next week.